At the far edge of the city, where the road forgot its own name, there was a small kiosk that sold things no one came looking for. It had no signboard, only a bell that rang when the wind felt polite. People passed it every day without noticing, except on evenings when their thoughts grew heavy and their feet slowed on their own. The kiosk was run by an old woman, whose age shifted depending on how closely you looked. Some said she sold regrets. Others insisted she traded in memories. In truth, she sold pauses. Inside the kiosk were jars lined neatly on wooden shelves. Each jar held a moment when time had hesitated, the breath before a confession, the silence after a goodbye, the second before a tear fell. The woman never explained this. She only asked, "How long do you need?" One evening, a young man stopped. He had been walking for hours, chased by a decision he refused to make. His life felt like a sentence rushing toward a period he wasn't ready to write. Without knowing why, he stepped inside. "I don't have money," he said. The woman smiled. "No one does, here." She reached for a small jar, cloudy and warm, and placed it in his hands. "This is a pause from tomorrow morning," she said. "Use it wisely." Outside, the city hummed as usual. But when the man opened the jar, the world softened. Time didn't stop. It listened. The traffic waited. The sun lingered. His heartbeat slowed enough for him to hear what it had been trying to say for years. He sat on the pavement and thought, not in panic, not in fear, but gently. He realized that the decision chasing him wasn't an enemy. It was tired of running too. When the jar emptied, the moment closed like a calm eye. The city resumed its pace. The man stood, lighter, though nothing visible had changed. He turned to thank the woman, but the kiosk was gone, replaced by a quiet stretch of road. Years later, whenever his life felt too loud, he remembered that evening. He learned to create pauses without jars or kiosks. And sometimes, when the wind rang a bell that wasn't there, someone else would slow down at the edge of the city, feeling, without knowing why, that it was finally safe to stop for a moment.